Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Bricks and 5, where I discuss LEGO content in videos of around 5 minutes. Well, for those of you that are new to my channel, I am a big fan of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and especially all things LEGO Oswald. And I have amassed quite a collection of these Oswald collectible minifigures. I have almost 300 in my Oswald army. I founded the LEGO Oswald army. We also, I built an upscaled figure. I have a rare, German toy company Lego build that's pretty hard to find. So I've got a lot of those. And one of the things that I chose to do last year when I started collecting the Oswald figures is I decided to make a vignette or an 8x8 scene for each of the original 27 Oswald the Lucky Rabbit cartoons. Now, for those of you that may not be aware of the history, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was really kind of the first major cartoon commercial success of the Walt Disney studios. And in 1927 and 28, they made 27 cartoons before the distributor who owned the rights took the character and went to another cartoon producer. And then Walt Disney went on and made a little character named Mickey Mouse. You may have heard of him. Anyways, fast forward to the year 2000s, or the decade of the 2000s, Disney reacquired the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And fortunately, when they did that, when they created the 100th anniversary collectible minifigures, they included Oswald. So I have undertaken the endeavor to create these scenes, and these are the last two that I have remaining. So all of the others have been shown, but these two I'm going to show a little bit of detail. So these are from 1927, and they are Rickety Jin and the banker's daughter. Now, these two, I really waited until the end to make them because of a couple of reasons. I knew they were going to be a challenge, just based on, what I was thinking of building. But secondly, these are lost cartoons. So of the 27 original cartoons, 6 of them are considered to be lost. Some of them I've made and featured. These are the last two. And what creates a special challenge is that you don't have really any series of film. You have kind of 1 or 2 images or maybe a storyboard to go off of. So you're really limited. And so I've done the best I can here. And these two, they were the most challenging. This one, the banker's daughter, was probably the most difficult in concept for me to come up with. Rickety Jin was actually by far the most difficult one technically to build out of all of the vignettes. So let's start there. We'll talk about that. So in this cartoon, Oswald is a police officer. At the beginning, he sees Sadie. Later, she has become known as Hortensia, and it's kind of his love interest, kind of the Minnie to the Mickey, so to speak. Well, that's what we have for Oswald. Anyways, there's some things, I guess, at the beginning that went on there with her and a baby carriage. But then a little bit into the cartoon, there is this blind pig, but it's not an actual pig. It's like Peg Leg Pete inside this barrel mechanical pig. It's a weird concept. I don't know. I can't tell you because I didn't see the cartoon. I only saw a few images and, a script that people had listed. But basically, he's running a speakeasy out of this barrel pig. Anyways, the cartoon progresses and Oswald ends up getting drunk, and Pete steals his police uniform and becomes, starts chasing Sadie. But that's kind of the genesis of that cartoon. So I had to come up with a way to make this barrel pig, and this is what I came up with. It's definitely not Lego approved techniques. I'll just say that to start with. It was very difficult to come up with a way to use these barrel pieces and attach arms. So what I ended up doing is, you can see that I've kind of used some of the knot plates. So they're like the plates that have studs not on the top. That's what SNOT stands for. And I made some arms. I broke another cardinal rule. I heated up some rods and bent them so I could, put the legs and the arms in different positions. Overall, all things considered, I'm okay with it. It's not my favorite, but it was definitely the most challenging. You know, when we've got Oswald there in a police uniform. So overall, I think it tries to get the message across, but I think the message is hard because it doesn't make a lot of sense, frankly. Moving over to the second one here, and this was actually the last one that I had completed. This was The Banker's Daughter. Again, a lost cartoon. This one has, I think, 2 storyboards on it. The story in this is that he is the driver for the owner of the bank. In the storyboard, he's driving this really long, like, stretch limousine or you know, stretch car, and he's driving up on top, so that's kind of what I displayed here. But I guess in the cartoon, at the beginning, he kind of is flirting with the banker's daughter, and he gets in trouble and loses his job. But then the bank gets robbed, and Oswald comes and saves the day. But what I've chosen here is I went ahead and tried my best to create this version of a stretch car. Now, in this 8x8 size, it is very difficult to sometimes get the right scale. So I couldn't create a car and put the banker and some others in there. So it's not exactly in scale, but I think it gets the point across. And I also, even at this scale, trying to get it where it would fit, you'll notice that I had to kind of have it overhang on the plate, and I think it's okay. And if you look under there, there's roads and the bank there. And this one I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, all things considered, because this was one that early on I attempted, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and I struggled. So that is what I have come up with. There are my 2. You can see them stacked, and that is the finale of the Oswald vignettes. Let me know, which of these do you like, or do you like either of them? Maybe you like neither of them. And I don't know, I was wondering, would you be interested in seeing a video where I show all of them together stacked up? I can certainly get them out. Most of them are in storage, but I could do that, and because it is quite a big display, but not sure if people would be interested in that. So let me know what you think, and that is going to do it for this episode of Jason's Bricks in 5. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy building!